11 at some point. But since tonight I want
And we are beginning. This is Castle Amber, episode 39. That's a 3. That's that many, 9. So, Kethri, what happened last time?
Mm-mm. Leslie, what happened last
Leslie, what happened last time?
I don't know, Kethri, what happened?
We did some stuff and some things with that one guy and those other guys.
In that one place.
Yeah.
Yeah. That one place being the inn. The one guy being Antole Amber, we found out. And the other guy we found out was a fall knight of the fall court, ogre mage of plague, Sir Morholt of the Weathering Grove. And the other guys were some red caps. And the things that happened were magical and combatty, and people died. And then we ran away to the carriage that Antole had prepared for us during our combat, and we went south.
Woo!
So we are in the carriage on the road, on the specific King's Road, going south.
Okay. You guys are fleeing from the scene. About 80% of the people who were in the inn died because of the plagues released by the fall night. You guys jumped in the carriage and started heading south. The plague knight had retreated as you had defeated most of them, but he himself left before he was able to be taken care of. You obviously, this turns out to be what you had learned was a trap left for you. You can only presume by who would leave this trap outside of the inn of Johnny Bonnie Jose. So you were heading south along the All Saints Road. 2 6-legged horses draw a large carriage. You're all currently in it. Currently, it is your scene. I would say that Antole Deschamps Fitzamber is currently driving the carriage. He can interact with you. He's just going to kind of have to yell off the side unless you have him pull up. So, the scene is yours. Tell me what you do. It's your scene.
Before we go too far, I need to go make sure we know this. A lot of us are pretty messed up, and by a lot of us, I mean Sebastian. Sebastian has 3 hit points.
Mio will be healing some of the hold, please. I've got a 4.
Surprisingly, Penelope has taken no damage. And neither has Mio. I mentioned that.
Good
Mio
job.
was downstairs
Penny
helping.
almost never takes damage. I don't understand it.
Well, yeah.
Except for that one time where I very nearly died.
Don't worry, Kethri. I have other ways to harm you. They are not physical.
Penny cries at everything. So, like, it's fine. You hurt Penny in the ways that matter all the fucking time.
That's how I roll.
I'm going to cast Cure Wounds at 4th level. I just need to see what the scaling is.
It's 5d8.
5d8.
Pretty much 4 plus a level.
Okay, so it's the same. Okay. So...
It's weird. There should be an extra die in there for every 3 levels. So just me.
Well, there's an extra die starting off beginning.
Right, no, I get that. But I'm like, 3rd and 6th and 9 would be nice, but I understand that you get your mouth, and I don't blame you. Ow! Oh!
Casting modifier.
Hey, don't do that. It hurts.
20.
To get the future done in my neck.
Great.
Yeah,
25 points back to you.
Oh, good. I'm at 28. Awesome.
Mio. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, and Sebastian actually says very, very quietly, thank you.
Sure. You need me to do it again?
He looks around the room real quick. Vetter's also a bit messed up, but I'm pretty sure I took the lion's share.
Yeah.
I can throw one at better. Let me double check and see if there's anything else that I can do for what ritual I've got. I don't know if there's anything for rituals I can do.
Well, I can take care.
Oh, I can do prayer of healing. If we're in here for 10 minutes, I can do that. So I can ritual cast up to 6 creatures of your choice within range. So you guys, 2d8 plus my spell caster modifier. Blah, 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 blah. You can't do it again until after I complete a long rest at higher levels. So I get an extra d8 for every spell above 3rd. So ritual casting would be my current spell level. If I were to ritually cast prayer of healing,
Yeah.
it's. Do I choose the spell level?
Yeah, I guess so. It's just, yeah.
So I could do a 6th level, or would it be my highest spell level ability?
Yeah, it would be whatever because it costs you a spell slot, right?
It's a ritual. It wouldn't.
Or doesn't mean you just have to ritually cast it.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
No. It's a ritual, not from my spell list. Oh,
It just means you have to cast it.
Okay.
Yeah, ritual now just means you have to cast it ritually to cast the spell.
I
then
can't.
You choose the one.
Okay, yeah, I can. Well, then the other one is better. Okay, so in that case, I'll just do another 4th level on better.
The advantage of prayer healing is that it targets multiple people.
That's true. So you guys are pretty. I'll do the
You
ritual.
want the list?
Yeah. No, I got it.
I can tell you who's down.
Well, I have.
Wallace is down. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
There are 3 of us currently in the party, 4 of us in the party that are injured.
I can do a 3rd level. I'll do a 3rd level of the ritual just to get some, and then I can throw another one down at better.
Okay.
Demolis is in here, so I'm not going to worry about him right now. So this is the ritual then. So 15 to everybody.
Okay, Demolis then is healed perfectly.
Yep.
15 to me puts me at 57.
That should put Tamir back to 100 as well.
It does.
According to
And
the
then
sheet,
Better's down 21. Better, do you only have 80 hit points?
It was 81. I'm up to 90 now.
Oh, okay, let's fix it. Did any of your stats change over into your passives?
No.
Okay. But you're still down 21, though, so you're at 69.
add another 39 on top of that.
Oh, shit. Okay, I'm full healed.
He's fully healed.
Okay.
So the only one still bleeding is me.
Um,
And that's okay. That's okay. That was not making me feel bad. Sorry, that came out like shit.
Nope. Okay, that's fine. I'll heal you again. It's fine. Let me make sure I'm tracking these appropriately. Yeah, I can do a 3rd level of that. So
Nice, actually. Do we have the healing ability that we had in 5th ed? Like, take a short rest?
Yeah, that still exists.
I would like to take a short rest and use 5 hit dice.
oh, I just healed you for another 23.
23?
Yeah.
Excellent. 30.
So there you go. I don't want to use everything, but that's a lot of what I got.
No, that's a lot. I'm only down 34.
Okay.
That's actually reasonable. I've got a pretty good armor class for the party. Except for Mio, who's got a ridiculous class.
She don't want to get hit.
Like, from now on, I'm using you as a shield. I'm just picking you up and putting you.
Yeah, sure. Use the healer as a shield. That makes sense. Sure.
It's the Deadpool logic. So, outside of that, it is your scene. Let me know whatever you guys want to do. If you do take a short rest, keep in mind, that's an hour. So you can roleplay during that time. Or because right now you are charging down a beautiful marble column away from a half on fire inn. So
I'm gonna. Where are we going?
we are going away from here.
Do you have a safe place?
No, I was hoping you did. We were just going to head same direction. I was only told I'm here to help you.
Who sent you?
Sebastian. No, sorry, not Sebastian. What was it? Got to look at my notes. Tony, look at your own notes. Yes. Sebastian, I received a letter.
When did you get a letter from Sebastian?
A year and a half ago.
How long has it been using?
Long time. I would say it's been like 6 years.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
We have made some distance away from the inn. I suppose we could pull away.
it might be best to pull away. She's looking at the group in the carriage while saying this out loud. It might be best to pull away just to assess what the plan is, get under some cover. Mio specifically starts looking around for the flying, because that was a lot of magic that just happened.
Yeah. You look around, nothing within eyesight. It's no perception check needed. You're
Okay.
looking at the sky. You would see a floating castle in the sky if you had to. Okay. He pulls the cart off to the not cart,
Carriage.
not wagon, the carriage off to the side. The carriage proper can hold about 4 people in it comfortably,
Mhm.
right? And then 1 driver.
Mhm.
So maybe 5 if it's like really like it's like a bus. Everyone's starting to get really cramped on those seats. 2 is comfortable, right?
There's 6 of us and a driver.
Yes.
Mio will go out and sit next to him.
So he pulls off to the side. He ties down. He pulls down the horses a little bit to get them calm, and then Antoli is off there in the front by the horses.
Okay.
And that's the scene so far. It's a beautiful. There's a you're flanked by a forest on either side, but the forest itself is clear cut by about, I would say, 50 yards on either side from the road. But outside of that, it is dense forest on either side. You've been traveling, I would say, about since you did do the prayer of healing. That's 10 minutes. So let's say 13 minutes. Traveling at about 15 miles an hour, right? So you got some good distance. You can maybe see a small smokestack where in the distance where the inn was.
And we know that the snail is moving north up this All Saints Road. Is he south of us now, or where?
Oh, he's way north of you.
Way north of us.
You had learned he had passed here a long time ago.
Right. Okay.
And but you didn't learn much more than that. He's far north of you, is basically barred by people going north.
Right. The other thing, and it doesn't have to be a right now thing, but we had previously, like in episode 8, had found a scroll of an epic poem specifically about this snail.
Oh, son of a bitch, you did.
Yeah. So can you either send that to me or tell me about that later? Because it doesn't have to be a right now thing, but we did specifically find a snail about Lou Cockerel.
I will on break. I will make that.
Okay, thank you. So we pulled off under cover of tree.
He could pull in deeper, but it's a carriage, so it's not meant to be off road too much. But yeah, he could pull it in deeper, closer to the cover of the trees.
I think so. I mean, looking around at the rest of the party, I think we need to get off the road. Crimes committed.
Yeah. Let me just do it quick. Yeah, he does that without getting it stuck or taking damage to it. This one's more like a road carriage than it is like an off-road carriage. So, yeah, he's able to pull it up off to the side deeper, closer to your 50 yards in.
So what we got to do is on character. So what we got to do is we need to figure out where we need to go.
The only viable option in my mind, based on our maps, would be Zymes. Not like we can go north.
Yeah.
Did he come in? Or are we still?
Oh no! You guys are. He's standing outside.
Okay. I'd like to get out.
I mean, yeah.
Yes,
That's
yeah.
kind of where we were piling out of the carriage
Whose
talk.
carriage is this? Is this yours?
Yes, I received some funds a year ago, and I had been working pretty diligently to afford transportation. I was told that in a year, go to the inn of Bonne Jose, and that there would be more members of my family to meet me there, and that they would know where to go, and they would know what to do, and that they would take me away from this place.
Do you have that letter?
Yes. He pulls out a simple letter.
What does this letter say, Tony?
It says basically that. A little bit more detail.
Mhm.
It gives some rough descriptions of what he thinks they're going to look like.
Mhm.
It denotes that there is money that is in the package, and that the other letter has details about the family and his real family. And there are also very detailed instructions on how he can escape his bondage, and that Antoli is in that it understands that he's currently been entrapped by the church in the Wizard's Towers in Zymes. Specifically, give me a second. I have to pull up Zymes. Tony forgot town of nope, wrong time. Run town, city of Zymes. The Arcane Conclave. How to escape the Arcane Conclave, and how to break his chains.
Okay, so he probably doesn't want to go to
That is the letter. I've been, of course, for several years. I have been working in various towns to make money, and I was able to afford this carriage. I figured it would be good to be able to travel. I don't have much in the way of money. I'm not able to work too much. I can work, but I have to move around a lot. I like many of you here. I possess the magic. Possess some magic, and of course, I was kept under close watch by the church in the Arcane Conclave, and I have escaped that. But I have assumed a new identity. If anyone asks, my name is still Tony, but it's Amber, not my previous name. I was an orphan.
All right.
But many of you are not what I was expecting. Very different looking family.
Well,
The rest of our siblings are.
Actually, didn't you guys use seeming or something?
Yeah.
Never mind. So yeah, many of you don't look very much like what I would expect. Or some of you do have the mark.
I mean, I still look like me, right?
for the most part, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I still look like me too, don't I?
No, because you're or
No, I'm a half orc. Right? I had to use the same.
You look
No, I use
human.
disguise. Actually, I use disguise.
Yeah.
I'm on board.
The rest of our siblings are safe. I mean, if it's something you want to go back to the estate, you want to leave everyone.
Of course, I was told that I would be able to leave Avaron.
I mean,
do you want to
So,
get out of here now or later?
We can leave now.
Oh no, we won't be leaving. I'm asking if you want to leave.
I'd love to leave. Are you able to get through the gate?
No.
pretty sure we need the silver keys to get
we
to
can't
open
get
up the
back.
gate.
But metagaming, sorry, hold on. But the rest of our siblings, aka our other players, are all at a base camp, safe.
Yeah.
So
You don't have to go roaming around the country with us.
But of course, if that is what you prefer, I was merely told that you would need someone who knew these lands.
Oh no, we absolutely
And
do.
I would appreciate if you would stay. But I understand if you don't want to.
Yeah.
You risk a lot.
we won't force you to stay with us.
Either way, with a group of people, I can be whatever you need me to be. But I am impartial. I would prefer to help you if I could. I'm not afraid of the danger, but I am aware that there are. I saw another group, but they were the ones I was warned about. The Lion Man, and
You saw Richard.
yes,
Looking at me.
yes, he was the Lion Man, but he was disguised. He wore a helm. But I was told to beware the lion and the silver-tongued man with the large golden glove.
When did you see them?
Just about a week ago.
Any idea where they went?
South. They went south. Everyone goes south. If you go north, I was going to warn you, the church is north. And they will not let anyone go past the road in fear of the creature that is heading north and potentially to Valeant, the capital of Everett.
Anybody have any idea what happens if the snail makes it to man? You cannot have that. Beyond, is that it?
I suppose these things, there were 2 towns that were destroyed as it passed north. Luckily, some of them that were off the road, it did not consume on its journey.
When did it show up? I feel like I have these notes somewhere.
We have the,
About a year and a half ago, it began its journey. It moves very slow.
Mhm.
Very, very slow. It is only made about a month's journey in a year and a half. The church, take that away from her. The church estimates maybe 4 months till the snail makes it to Valeant. So far, the church has merely kept people from going to it. They have tried several times to kill it, but it is very big and it feels very fast. It is a big snail. And when I say big, think bigger than you think of when I say big. It is like a mountain.
Bigger than the inn.
Bigger than the inn, on the inn, on the inn, on an inn. It is like a mountain. Its width takes up all of the All Saints Road, I have been told. Which, if you look at the All Saints Road, it is like 50 yards across. Like it is an obscene, like a road this big is obscene, right? It's bigger than like our freeways.
A football field plus sideline.
Yes. Yeah, it's basically half a football field wide of solid white marble.
About the size of, about the same size as Rokugan himself. That's a
measurement.
we should find. I mean,
You're,
go ahead.
no, that's okay. Go ahead.
Our main purpose, we really should find Richard first, right?
Yeah, and if he headed south, then we continue on to Symes and see what we can find out. In my
Is
opinion,
south
anyway.
where we are?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes,
I agree.
I have a map. If you do not have one, I wasn't told what provisions you would have. I would just be told that you may not know the way.
We have a rough map, so we'll pull out that between all of
This
us.
thing.
Yeah, we have a rough map. How long till we get to Zion?
If we travel by carriage during the day, we could make it there in maybe a week and a half. Yeah. There aren't many towns along the way. The only one is Goldfield. Goldfield is a town along the way for farming. I did not stop at it on my way up, but we could stop on our way back, or we could just go straight to Zymes.
I mean,
we don't really have money, so it's not like there's anything we can
well,
get.
it depends about the provisions. Are we allowed to hunt in these woods? Like,
Yes, you just have to be careful. There are many beasts. The roads are the All Saints Road is the safest road. It is patrolled by the church, so we may run into knights of the church occasionally, or soldiers who may ask for papers. I have, and he pulls out a bundle. I have fake papers that I have had forged by the Thieves Council. I've spent a year preparing to try to help you, but the papers are not very good. But they will get you through. They just, if they're under deep scrutiny, if they have to go back to a town or a city and check against the church's ledger, you may have problems. But getting in and out of cities, towns, you can. I have 16 different identities that I have had stolen.
All right.
And what about your magic? If the knights find you, how do they how do they know? What sort of punishment is there?
They will ask for paperwork. If we are approved casters, then there are laws. If you are a magic caster who is not licensed and is not bound to a tower, there are problems within Zymes itself. If you are a member of the Arcane Enclave, you can go outside the tower and not cast magic, but you can exist and live. If you want to use your magics, it has to be approved by the church. Or you would have to be able to cast the magics freely within the tower of the Arcane Conclave. There are some who have magic detectors, but they are not as exact. They have to be right by you. So as long as you do not cast like a giant ball of fire in front of people, most people will not know, or they will think that you are well, you might be able to disguise yourself as a member of the church or one of the blessed. But you have to be careful. There are those who can feel magic. They are not gifted with the casting, but they are sensitive. And they are normally brought in to be knights of the church. There are laws, of course. I can give you copies of these laws so you understand them.
Mm-hmm.
I possess knowledge of the church. Holidays, I've lived here all my life. I do not wish to live here forever, though. I hear that Golasi is a place that will welcome me. I will not be bound or burned.
There's certainly much less hostile places. There are other places that are more hostile, but at least you'll have a family. So to Zymes?
Yeah.
What time of day is it?
It's about midday.
So we call it 1 o'clock?
So yeah, we head towards Zymes, and
Just want to go straight towards the city.
we've got no
Is there
other.
anything to avoid? He hasn't mentioned there's anything for us to avoid. It's pretty much open road to there, right?
It is open road. There is only one town on the way.
Was there any
Right, Green Goldfield.
Goldfield? Yeah. Is there any reason to stop in Goldfield? Do we need provisions, or is there anything?
I only have about 2 days worth of rations. I had more at the eating points at the inn. I had more at the inn, but did not get the chance to
We have
take it.
We have some that we prepared for, so we have some to extend that. Otherwise, we can hunt in the forest and work it from it. So it's a week to Goldfield, you said. So let's start that way. If we need to stop in Goldfield, we can make that decision when we get there.
Actually, maybe hunting and gathering furs might be something we can do to actually make some money.
Can't hurt, and we need to eat on the way, so.
Is that something that we could trade for in Goldfield?
No. They are farmers. They don't have much in the way of wheat. of meat. They have much in the way of they have wheat and barley and lots of corn. I saw lots of cornfields. If we had furs and if you had meat, they would
Furs and
probably buy.
And medicinal herbs.
Perhaps you're a
So-
small town.
Mhm.
The church does not have a large presence there.
So we take time every day, do some hunting, do some gathering, sell our excess, so we can at least make some money to start.
I wonder, this is an out of character thing.
Mhm.
If I cast Longstrider on the horse that's pulling the cart,
Mm-hmm.
would it help?
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, cool. I may do that to kind of shorten our week-long trip here.
On the way there, I suppose I can. Whatever questions you have about the world, I might be able to answer.
You know of any famous tombs?
Tombs.
Yeah.
Uh,
Or infamous ones?
The library.
I mean, there is the. There are some famous tombs. There is the known Malimboyas, right, and Yorgolain. To the but both of these areas are north of the Oins. You might be able to get the boat to the Oins. The river runs north to the Oins. Not quite perpendicular to the, of course, you cannot see it here, to the All Saints Road, but it is currently the only way to and from the Oins.
You know, she is proficient with cartographer's tools.
Okay.
Is it something that she could sketch out what they're looking for and see if it rings any bells for him?
Yeah, you could sketch it out.
Okay. So what? Just a proficiency check, or what would you want?
Not much of a roll. I mean, you guys have time.
Right. So as she'll just kind of sit down and pull out her kit and sketch out what the tomb we're looking for.
He'll look at it and he's like, I do not know it. I do not know this place. Perhaps the library in Zymes or one of the other major cities might be able to help you with this. But you would have to get permission. You would have to. They would check your paperwork. But if you use one of these, maybe perhaps you might be able to do some research, learn more.
Does the name Margot Van Loors mean anything to you? Who's showing the wedding band?
Margot, yeah. Who is it? You said John Vioins, right?
Margot Van Loors.
Did I write it
It's
down?
the wedding ring that I pulled off of my dead body.
Yeah, I know.
It's a made up.
Sounds fun.
It's
I know
actually.
who the hell I married.
Oh my God, you're not married.
Please.
It's an anagram.
Oh. I do not know the Margot, but Valoins. Yes, I've heard of this name. The Valoins name is famous within the Church of the Saints. They are champions of the church, the Vioins family.
So is having this ring going to be a benefit to us, or this is something I should keep in my bag?
I'm not sure. Margot? Margot?
Mm-hmm.
Can I see?
Just hold out her hand.
He'll grab your hand and he'll look at the ring. Beautiful. I do not see an issue with just wearing it.
Okay. Just something that popped into my head.
I know I have heard of the family, to be honest, but
Mhm.
it's just a famous family within the church.
Why are they famous?
cannot remember. I remember
Everybody knows him.
heard the name many times within the Church of the 12 Saints when I was a boy, when I was an orphan. But I do not recommend, perhaps in the libraries of science.
I don't know about you guys, but I really want to get into that library.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So we travel south, and on the way there, you are going to hunt, and you're going to gather meats. And I suppose we can, if you are able to clean them, we can put them on top of the car, the carriage.
Mhm.
Perhaps we can trade them for some monies. I do not have many. Oh shit! What is the money of this one?
Oh, I have that.
Thank you. You know what? Let me add a tab.
You're gonna have to carry the money.
We learned about it at the inn.
Remind me why. I know there's a
With
reason.
the anti-magic
There
properties,
There are bits.
my character having a constant illusion. Most of us having a constant illusion on.
Rhymes,
The only spell you have on me is going to make
coins,
me seem non-magical.
Yeah.
bars, right?
You said pearls equals a copper, a dunget
Pearls.
equals a silver, and bars equal a gold.
Yeah, pearls,
Pearls is a copper,
dunget.
Dungets,
Yes,
silver, and then bars is a gold.
yes.
And we have a handful of some of these that we were able to bring with us, but not much.
Yes. I think you had a bunch of,
We have 10 black coins.
so those are dungets.
Those
You
are
have 10
dungets.
dungets.
We have 10 dungets. We do have 1 silver and 1 bar.
Okay, so you have basically a gold piece and
Yeah.
yeah.
But we have 10 dunget.
A pearl is a little circular black of that black metal. The dunget is the flat coin, and then the bar is a physical like bar.
Mm-hmm.
Of coin. It's not big. It's not like a bar. But it's more like a
It's a stick.
little stick.
That's it. Okay, so I mean, we have me will look at. I can gather herbs. It may not be much for hunting, but I have herbalism that I can assist with and gather medicinal herbs.
So that sounds like a skill challenge. What do you guys want to do to try
I guess
to
if we
gather up stuff to sell?
find loose iron, I can make arrows to sell.
Are you able to do that with stone at all? Or are you doing?
I can make with stone, but if you're gonna buy arrows, most of the time you want a
Okay.
iron shotted arrowhead. I mean, I guess I could just do. Actually, what's most used in this world for arrows? Do they use iron or do they use stone or?
I suppose iron and steel. I'm not a hunter. I am a bard person.
Oh.
Yeah.
I have some sorcerer's power that I inherited from, I suppose, my mother. I'm not a fighter. Do not expect me to fight. I've never. That was my first fight. He points back at the smoking.
You survived. All right. So yeah, we hunt. If we can gather materials, I can make into objects. I can just literally create objects out of
What do you want me to do?
nothing.
Fill my pockets with rocks better?
If you find iron, or I guess I literally just need the raw material. That's it,
Right. Yep.
and I can just
But
go.
isn't that? Are you talking about magic?
I can make permanent objects with using magic. They become mundane.
I mean, I guess I'll just
Yeah.
go hunting. I mean,
Yeah.
I got this short bow.
Okay, sounds like a skill challenge. Anyone that wants to hunt, that will be a survival check for the
Okay.
skill challenge. Skylar, it's going to be, I suppose, you can use the spell. The spell is an issue. It's just finding the stuff.
Yeah.
I guess looking for ore and stuff like that. That sounds like, I hate to say a skill challenge, or sort of survival, but I think that's survival. You just have to find the stuff. Ray, go ahead.
Can I use either insight or perception instead of my survival for hunting?
It's survival. You got to find the deer, right, to be able to hunt them.
If
So
we're
it's survival.
tag teaming hunting,
Mhm.
can one of us like look around to spot them, and the other one can do the shooty part?
One does tracking, one spotter.
If you used a spell or something that would signify that, right? Maybe, but I'd say that you're both kind of just survivaling together. Nature,
Okay.
nature would probably help. If one person wants to do a nature, the other one can do a survival.
I don't necessarily suck at either one, but I'm not proficient in either one, so I'm pretty basic on those numbers.
We are
But
not
it'll
the people to do this.
Wait,
Again,
We are not the people to send to do this.
I was gonna say, yeah.
I grew up in an inn.
just a
Oh.
clarification on
Yeah.
a spell. Faithful Hound. It is a dog. It's specifically called out. It is a phantom watchdog in
Yep.
an unoccupied space. And I utilize that to provide assistance to track. I get that's not the point of the spell, but it's a
But it's
dog.
It is a dog, but it doesn't. It can't go far.
It can go 100 feet away from me.
So you have to go with the hunting party.
If you go with the hunting party, I will let you roll a religion check to be able to utilize your divine magic to help be more successful in the capturing of what.
Because I just have to be
And
100.
go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I'll go after you. Okay. That's what I was trying to say about perception is that I have the orc heightened senses, which gives me advantage on saving throws that are advantage for hearing and sight related stuff. So
Yeah.
I didn't know that could be
It is survival is just
the
more
angels
like,
know, fine.
yeah, it's one of those things where like you can have the best eyes in the world, but if you don't know how to look for deer, you're gonna find birds, right? So it's survival is gonna be the one for hunting.
I'll happily roll that then. And
Honestly,
Can I also again? I'm sorry. I'm still trying to figure out the spell. Because I've not used this one before, and especially not as it's not intended. The hound gets an attack, and it's invisible.
I get that. That's why I'm letting you like be more successful, and if you find a cluster of deer,
Okay,
like that,
okay.
that's all you're doing.
Oh, okay. I got you. All right.
Your DCs are going to be high, but you can still gain successes that way. I'm allowing
Oh,
it.
okay.
I was going to ask about investigation because investigation would kind of lend itself.
I'll let you use. No, guys. If you guys are hunting and gathering, that's mostly just nature and survival, right? Investigation is deduction. You know,
Okay,
yeah.
that's fine.
honestly, I think I'm going to be of more use sitting and chatting with Anatoly than hunting.
Okay. If you
I'm
want,
not
you could
built
spend
for
your time
this.
talking to Anatoly to like learn like the laws and stuff
Mhm.
like that. I will. What I can do
That is the kind of
is
thing that
I
do.
will go into your personal folder and I can drop you some lore.
Because he said that he has the books or copies of the laws. 'Cause that's
No,
what-
he knows them.
I thought he said he could provide copies.
Maps.
Map.
He has a map and he has some fake IDs.
Okay.
Yeah, he has that stuff.
So Penny's just going to spend the time that you guys are hunting writing down stuff.
I'm trying to think because I have the hound is available for 8 hours once I cast the spell.
Yeah, but you're casting it like in the middle of the
No,
woods.
yeah.
On some deer.
No, I
Yeah.
get it. Because I'm also trying to wonder if I can gather at the same time for any medicinal herbs.
Well, if you want to do that separately, just
Okay.
roll a nature check.
Okay.
That would be
Okay.
medicinal herbs.
Because basically the hound is there just to do the tracking and the stuff. Shimio can't do it's not doing
But-
anything else with it. No, I get it. Yeah. I was just trying to think how it can. Okay. So nature check it is.
Okay. Nature check. Looks like Skylar, you're doing survival. Pretty much everyone else is either doing survival or nature. Sorry.
I did survival.
Okay. So, I guess we'll go around, and you are just learning information. So I'll give you that.
Want a lore dump?
You want to lore dump? I am making one called Averoin Lore.
Cool. I'm gonna
Yeah.
go to the bathroom while you guys are knocking out rolls.
All right.
Let me know when you want me to roll.
Yeah, go ahead and roll, and I will go around the table when you guys are ready. All right. And then religion of the 12 living saints, religious dogma, 8 commandments. Why is let me know when everyone's done.
Yeah, ready.
Oh, I didn't know you guys were ready. Sorry.
Sorry, we were waiting.
I was just with, yeah, sorry. Misunderstanding. So what do you get?
22.
22. Jesus,
nature
that
check.
is really good. That is
That is not a natural 20.
not a natural 20, but it's still
Same
good. What did you get?
22.
22. Jesus. Okay. Ray, what'd you get?
11.
11. Not a failure. So it didn't hurt.
Oh, I need to do that because I get this.
Justine, what'd you get?
I rolled a 9.
It's not a skill you're proficient in, is it?
No.
Ah, damn. Because there was a thing you have, but yeah, no. Okay.
Yeah, no.
Okay. I will say that you guys are during the duration of the next few days able to get about hunting wise, not so great. You guys are able to get about 3 deer, right? You're able to find about 3 deer, which is good. And Skylar, you are able to make during that time with creation spell, you were able to find some raw boulders that had some iron veins in them.
Okay.
And you were able to use that in the nearby wood, and you've been able to create 12 bundles of arrows.
12 bundles of arrows. All right.
And you were able to gather a lot of different medicinal herbs. You did really good on that. You found lots of herbs. Some of them are very foreign to you, though, but you think they're useful. So I would say about 3 kits worth of herbs over the last 4 days. Definitely stuff that you guys can turn in for probably at least some money, probably in a nearby town or in Zymes itself.
Yeah,
you could probably do that as well.
Is that something Anatole could help me? Like, as we're riding and driving during the day, Mio could sit with him up on the top. Is that something that he could help him? Sorry.
Yeah.
Let me pause and actually phrase this. Could Anatole help Mio identify these plants and confirm or validate if they are medicinal or poisonous?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So she's basically sitting up by him during the day, learning the local fauna, flora and fauna.
Okay. Local flora and fauna sounds good to me. Yeah. During that time, he'll help you out with that. I made an Averoin lore dump for you, Kethri, about the local laws and religion.
Mhm.
At least what's the general religious dogma? Do they have commandments? What are the laws and what are the punishments for normal people and then people that are nobles? There are 2 different sets of laws for 2 different sets of people. And there's probably, it's got 4 days, so I would say probably not too much on hierarchy of the church. You don't need that. You guys already have the names of the 12 living saints, so I'm just going to be repeating what you already know. Holidays, do you care about holidays? No.
Well,
I mean, it's good to know.
Okay.
No information is
Okay.
bad to have.
General, how about the general timeline of Averoy? That would probably be useful.
Literally anything, Tony.
Okay.
All of it.
Okay. That sounds
I'm
fair.
going to apply myself to becoming the Averine expert based on all the information that Anatoly can give us.
Okay, that sounds fair. I will start off with these. In that time, you've been able to memorize laws, general things about the religion, and the general history of the years from year 0 to the year 500, which is the present day. Okay, cool.
Damn it.
what?
I forgot I had an ability. Okay, I'll get the next one.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you got an entirely new magic thing to figure out now, so that's
Yeah,
a bit to digest.
In the Bard subclass for lore allows me to do a Bard performance, choose a stat, and all allies have advantage on that stat. On a skill based stat. So we could have easily had double rules across the board for everything we just did. And I completely forgot about it.
Right, because you're able to sing to help everyone do their thing better.
Right.
Right, because singing actually helps other people concentrate more.
I would say
It does.
it applies for generally everything except stealth, probably.
I sing very quietly. I sing in ASL.
All of a sudden, the guards are like, "Do you hear background music?" Yeah, we always hear background music. Anyway, okay.
Dun, 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 dun.
Suddenly now I've got Kronk doing his music.
Wrong lever.
Okay, so it's taking you about 4 days. Let me advance like my little table over here. About 4 days for the travel.
Can I have 4 days worth of healing on my body?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
you're all fully healed.
Oh yeah, if we take
Oh,
a
thank
long
God.
rest, Mio would heal you up before the long rest because she'll get her spell slots again in the morning.
I
So
just want to make sure I don't start the next combat 34 points down. Thank you, Neil.
All right. Now I have to roll a d4 4 times because every time you guys move, the bad guy party gets to move.
I cast Longstrider on the
Ooh.
horse.
I'll say 3 days. It only takes you 3 days to make it then.
Cool.
So,
to confirm, is Goldfield one word or two?
Goldfield is 1.
As we're about to come into the town,
Um,
I will cast tongues on myself
1, 2,
and make it
3,
last
4.
for 2 hours.
1, 2. Okay. I'm gonna go and take them, and I'm gonna move them here. Okay. Cool. All right. And I've got a general map. I think I gave you guys the link of before, so you.
By
can
the way, is
actually-
that map turned sideways? Because you keep saying north-south, and those two towns are east and west of each other.
You're looking at a different map than what he's
I'm
talking
looking at a
about.
different map. I gave you guys a link to
No, not that one.
World Anvil map.
Oh, okay.
I sent that a while ago.
Where's that link?
Yeah, I
Where's that
couldn't
link?
find the link. I went searching for
I'll put it in
Yeah.
the chat real quick.
Oh, okay. It's this one.
It's got layers to it too,
Mhm.
so you have to like turn on layers to see.
Are you sending this on Facebook?
Yes.
Because I can tag it at the top of the notes as well.
that would be good.
So I will do that once
Yeah.
I get that.
That one has a
Which chat
directional
did you
on
put
it.
in?
Facebook,
I should know that by now.
if you give me like 2 minutes, I'll put it in the
Go.
notes.
And every 3 days, the towers move 1 to 2 squares. And 3 days, so we move all the towers. square over. Okay, there we go. I've moved all the towers. All right. So, do you guys need anything to discuss before we progress?
Nope. So we are decidedly going to Goldfield. We're not waiting. We're going to attempt to do trade there, or do we want to continue on and continue with our process? Because at this point, I assume with the deer, we have meat and such, and with the flora, fauna, and all that, we've been able to feed and provision.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we're not running out of supplies.
You're not running out of supplies.
Okay.
I would say you've been provisioned up to that point. You guys have been able to keep yourselves fed. You have some skins and some meat that's about ready to trade. The meat takes a couple more days. It'll start going bad.
I do have the survival skill, so probably after we hunt, I'm able to prepare it.
And I can use this.
It works. It works.
I can go and talk at some people and be like, yo, give us money for this.
Okay. Okay.
In fact, actually, I will take the leather along with making the arrows,
Mhm.
the hide, and make it into usable hide
Okay.
using the spell. So it's not we don't
Okay.
have to.
See some curated leather ready to trade.
Yeah,
Some nice leather stacks.
Yeah.
And just as a confirmation, I have purify food and drink. Is
Yeah.
that something that I could do on the meat specifically?
Yeah. You
So
could.
that just to make it last longer, make it
Yeah. Keep it fresh.
keep it fresh, and like I don't know if it'll enhance it anymore because we're not familiar with these animals or what local diseases there are.
Mhm.
So purifying it, it's a higher quality. She's hoping to create a higher quality product.
Mhm.
And Tony, we're no longer searching for family. We're just going to set up shop.
Okay. That's
Yes.
we're becoming merchants. This is a new game.
We just moved to Averroy.
We're done
Make a
with
name for
everything.
ourselves.
And are you guys going to go? I just have no for XP sake. It's an area.
Yeah, we may as well stop in Goldfield to sell the stuff.
Yeah.
That way, we're not
Because
selling
we
it in
need
the
to get
bigger
our
city.
hands on some
Yeah, I'd
local
rather have money
coinage.
before we get to the
Right.
big city.
And I would assume Anatole would assist in setting up those trades, knowing how that's done here.
So you've got some role play. We've done skill challenges and Goldfield. Let me pull up Goldfield as you guys are rolling on in. Do you guys want to take a break before we do Goldfield?
That sounds
Yeah,
lovely.
sure.
Yeah.
I need to go to the bathroom.
Sure.
I have a button for
How
this.
long
now.
are we going to take?
Oh, you would take a 15-minute break.
15.
So, Tony, can I ask you a quick question while we're doing this?
Sure. All right, and hit a button, and we are back. Okay, we start off on the end of the second night here. At the end of the second night, you guys find yourselves around a campfire, talking. You've been having a lot of conversations with Tolly, mostly about his homeland, the church. He doesn't seem to have high opinions of it. At one point, he was being trained to be a priest until he was found that his powers were arcane and not divine, in which case he was given over to the arcane conclave and not allowed to be a priest. So, the church, of course, the religion of the 12 living saints. There are 12 saints. Each of them lives in a floating castle in the sky. You'll be able to see them sometimes in the distance. Be careful. If you are able to, they can detect sometimes the castings of magic within their presence. So if it's above you, be careful casting magic.
All forms of magic or just arcane?
I have never tested it myself. I just know that it is a warning that I've learned from the Arcane Conclave. When one of the floating cities is above Zymes, that we are to temper our magics, or else we might anger. Some of the living saints are very forgiving. Even some are believe us, are kind to us, and some are less kind to us.
Who are the more forgiving?
More forgiving?
Probably Celeste,
Mm.
the
Yes.
healer.
Celeste the healer, very forgiving, very compassionate. Armand the seer.
Probably.
Lucien the scholar. I would say, Felipe the redeemer would be the kindest of the saints.
I want to find an enclave of Lucian.
Lucian the scholar. Yes, there are, and when you go into cities and towns, there are certain churches that are dedicated to those saints. Within the city of Zymes, that we are going to, if my OneNote will pull up, getting ahead of my own self. Loading. Come on, guy. No, sorry. In the city of Zymes, the Cathedral of the 12 Living Saints is devoted to St. Tower Times. Stained glass windows, great. That's great. But who is it dedicated to? Come on, Tony. You made this. Why wouldn't you know? Sorry. I'm now kicking myself. Each church is dedicated to saints, and I didn't put in there.
Call it Lucian be good.
No, actually, Lucian does have his own. There's
Right, but you don't know where.
yeah, I know myself. Why? Every other one I made dedicated to two. Who are the two? Fish, Commerce, Zymes. Oh, those are the docks. I do not remember who it is dedicated to, but I'm sure that I will remember sometime soon. Kicking myself right now. Actually, it's just dedicated to all the saints. The one in Zymes is, but many of the others, outside of Vioins as well, are dedicated to specific saints. I do not know which church.
Showed up and voted.
Jesus Christ, what the fuck?
Yes, of course. Yes, it is politics season, so the ads. during game. Anyway, I do not know which church Goldfield is dedicated to, but the one that is dedicated, of course, to him would be a library, great library with good knowledge. Perhaps in Zymes we'll be able to find a specific church that is dedicated to him.
Okay. Mainly because being the scholar, it might be prudent for one or two, maybe three of us to spend time learning everything possible from these libraries.
I was told in my notes that I was given that you would know the way back to Gulacy and that you are seeking something here, and that you must find specific things to be able to find this.
Do you get a weird vibe from him at all? Because like it seems off to Penny that he keeps saying, "I was told this," or "You should know this," or you know.
Give me an insight check.
I remember what my insight is. Okay, insight is a good one for me. Okay. That's a 28.
28?
With an 18 on the die to plus 10 insight.
Mm-hmm.
That's impressive.
He's impressive. He does seem like he's not telling you everything. Like there's just something that he's just holding back. Okay. But that you would be able to know how to find.
I'm just going to point blank ask him, what is it you're not telling me?
No telling. We we all have our secrets, but I am here to help.
I don't make a habit of trusting people that hide things from me. Anatoly.
We are, of course, in a land.
I grew up calling Sebastian father. So for you to claim to be his progeny, first and foremost, sets off some alarm bells for me. Secondly, I can tell there's something you're not telling me, and that makes me nervous. It makes me not want to take you back to Dulce. If I don't trust you, why would I help you? We don't know you. You don't know us. Why are you helping us? It can't just be because Father said so.
I want to go home. I don't want to be here.
You were born here. This is home.
No.
You don't know anything about.
This place is terrible. Anything is better than you. This place, I am hunted because of what I am. I've known nothing but servitude and fealty to a church that is commanded to hate me. This is not home. There are people that are good here, yes. But the church is always here. It's ever present. I live in fear of waking up in a floating castle above my head. I live in fear of one of the Black Knights being too close to me.
I want to trust you, Anatoly. I do. But I need you to tell me why I should.
I have told you what I can. I am here to help. I am risking myself here. No mean insight check. It's definitely truthful. There are parts he's just being hesitant about something.
Tony?
Yep.
Can I have a perception check on him to see if he's masking something? Either his physical. I know he said he's got some magic.
Mm-hmm.
You mentioned that earlier.
Yeah.
But can I get if he's disguised or changed the way he looks? Because our dad had a thing for non-human.
Except it's not Stephen, it's Sebastian.
Yeah,
He
but there's a
says.
family history here that makes me kind of
That's
worried.
fair.
That's true. You know what? It's an investigation, right? Because you're taking facial features and trying to
Yep.
trying to Sherlock Holmes them.
And I'm wearing a disguise myself,
Mm-hmm.
Right.
you know, and
It'd be perception to see a disguise, but you're more like trying to whose nose does he look like?
I wanna
that too.
with Sebastian with
Okay.
my cantrip thing.
Okay.
And just because I can see that look on his face. I know him very well. I know he's thinking something, and just share with you what I have figured out just from my insight
Okay.
rolls to try to help him with that perception check.
So what have you figured out? What specific thing?
He's holding something back. What he said is true, but he's still hiding something, and I don't trust it.
So are you this is like a message spell?
Yeah,
And I respond?
yeah, you get a free response, and it's a cantrip, so like we can just keep going.
Well, of course he is. He's an amber.
I don't trust that he is an amber.
No, but if there's anything that says he is an amber, it's the fact he's not telling us everything.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We agree that that's also a lot of other people. But I don't put a lot of stock in our family, in honesty. Except for the people who are sitting around this table, not him. Weirdly, I've come to trust her.
Mechanically, this is me trying to give you some kind of help with your perception.
I got you. I got you. All right, I'm gonna roll. 22. It's 11 plus 11.
Not disguised. He has no disguise. There's no fake sunglasses, no wig, right? He does have the amber mark on there.
It's real. It's not like that's not makeup.
That's not
real.
makeup either.
Okay.
So far from what he looks like, the features could match, right? It's not completely off that he might not be Sebastian's kid, right? He looks similar to was it Melissa and Claude? I have to look back at your brother and sister. Which one are they?
Madeline and Charles.
Madeline and Charles, similar looking to Madeline and Charles,
Okay.
right? But Sebastian was like of the line of Desna, right? So many of you share similar features.
Even though we have very different racial features underneath that, we still have some of the things that look similar.
He has a very broad nose, right? Which is unusual for you guys. Maybe it's more usual here.
Could be from his mother's line.
Could be from his
Right.
mother's line, right? And a very square neck, right? Even though somebody that says he's not physical, he's just very physically built. Even though for somebody that says that they don't, they're a bookworm, which seems unusual.
Chris Tomlinson.
Dwarven blood?
Hmm?
Dwarven blood?
Like Chris Tomlinson's neck.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, it's hard to tell the amber features in my character, you know.
Another good shave wouldn't do.
Let's shave the badger.
Let's find out what happens when you shave a badger.
But
That sounds like
but with just a glance and looking without closer inspection or maybe just watching him over time, looks like he could be an amber, right? He has some of the features, but
okay.
he could be lying. Could be just happen to have the amber. The amber. It's not a mole, but it's more like a birthmark.
Gotcha. Okay.
I wish I could have you trust me more, but this is all I can give for now. I was given some information that would be helpful in the future.
Does the letter he showed me look like my father's handwriting?
That's where we asked that question. You want to hand it over? In fact, if we're still connected, he'll say, "Let me take a look at the letter real quick."
Go ahead and roll a investigation check. If you have proficiency in forgery tools, I'll give you advantage.
I do.
So for both of us, or just for?
It'd be for like the one person looking. Either way, you're giving advantage, right?
So while this is all happening, I pull out the crystal ball that I have.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast scrying. I'm looking for fuck, what's his name? The lion.
Richard.
Richard.
You attempt to scry on Richard, and it is blocked. Like it's physical, like a wall. So
Okay.
somebody has protected themselves.
Somebody's casted non-detection on themselves as well.
With advantage, that's a 20.
You said that out loud?
Yeah.
Better said that out loud?
Mm-hmm.
Check on the ogre match that we let live behind us. If you don't mind.
Okay. This is at the end of the
You
night,
were in the-
so
You were in the room with me.
yeah.
We fought that guy.
This is
You
at
know
the end
your
of the
looks-
night, so I can try that one too. I can try that again. He would do this literally at the end of the night, kind of
Okay.
thing.
Yeah, let me pull up the meta plots, NPC character sheet.
I remember that correctly, right? There was an ogre mage there, right? I mean, remember that correctly?
The ogre mage was the knight.
Oh, right. Look at the monster health sheet, right? It's still there. Also, he's at correct on hit points.
Where the hell did that guy's? Oh, I think I have him in the other. Yeah, I know what his save is. Okay. What's your DC?
So my save DC would be 17. Well, it's I have a +5 to my thing, so 17 would be right, wouldn't it?
You're
Yeah,
plus
so
5 now. Proficiency at 11th level.
4
10th
and 5, so 9.
9. Okay.
Plus 9 total.
Okay, so 8 plus 9 is what?
17.
17.
So, yeah,
So 17.
Yeah. Sorry, it's just I'm looking at the sheet, just making sure because I copied her sheet originally to make mine,
Yeah.
so I wanted to make sure I had it right.
He's able to resist it.
He resisted the magic. It wasn't a wall. He just
Yeah, he can be scryed upon. He just not right now.
Do we know if he knows he can resist? That's what you said, right? You said he resisted, so that's a fair question. I think.
Skylar's character would know there's a resistance.
yeah.
You can cast it. So
You can resist it, knowing that you've been scryed on. You resist it. Maybe. Not everyone would notice that it happened, but somebody who's more in tune and paying attention, maybe.
So what did you get a total of?
22.
22. Seems similar to his handwriting. Could be. Something seems off with the way like a couple of the letters twist, but outside of that, most of it looks pretty on. But a couple of the letters, like the filigree, is a little off.
Okay.
Kind of tweaks your brain a little bit.
Mhm.
But this is a forgery. It's a darn good forgery. But you're good at looking for that kind of thing. So.
And yes, Penny will pass off the letter to Sebastian so you can take a look at it too.
Fun with your roll.
What?
Can I smell the paper, see if there's anything weird on the paper? And there's a reason for this. Again, I have advantage of perception. Sometimes the inks themselves get off a scent, sometimes sweat from the hands. And granted, this paper's been in his back pocket for a year, so I have no idea.
I would give you it's been in his back pocket probably for a year. It smells like it's been in the back pocket for a year.
Great. That's pleasant. I didn't want to think about that kind of thing.
That part seems correct. It seems very worn, like it's been looked at. Well, like a piece of paper that's been folded and unfolded so many times. Eventually, it starts to like the entire instead of like being like like you flip it and it's like straight as an arrow. It more like flops.
No, it's more like a paper towel.
Yeah, it's a paper towel at this point. So yeah.
Gross.
Actually, I'm going to look at my signet ring. And looking in the magical spectrum, just because I know that all those rings are semi-connected.
Mhm.
Do I see a connection going in any direction? No? Okay. That's
also worded. Like non-detection is
Yeah.
non-detect.
I understand. It's
Doesn't-
one of those
doesn't matter
that
how you try to connect. Is it divination magic? Yes, it won't.
it's one of those that,
Yeah.
sometimes things are connected in ways that
Nope, it's magic. It connects, and he has a blocker, so it's enough.
I do so much love how we can grasp at straws because we know a lot. I mean, you know a lot, you shouldn't necessarily be grasping at straws, but we are really good. Like, one of these things are connected. It's Tony's game. It could be possible.
Yeah, definitely if you did non-detection, it would connect.
Yeah.
But it verifies, oh yeah, definitely magic caster thought to cast a spell to block finding in them.
Sebastian, go ahead. You first.
Oh, that's it. Yeah.
But you know if he's prioritizing that, he's probably whittled down some of his casting for the day.
Yeah.
Because it's a wide net. He's covering himself and others.
Yeah.
Just like you are.
I have non-detection. I know how that one works.
Yeah.
I'm not currently casting that,
Mm-hmm.
but I do look around for scrying windows.
I also want to ask him about some more commonplace things that people wouldn't necessarily think about. Like,
I just remembered it's Saint Thibault. Zymes is dedicated to Saint Thibault, the Resolute. Tybalt too. Sorry.
but want to ask him about more mundane things like common parlance, things that might be different in how we talk versus how they talk. How to address people in the church and nobles here, because that might be different. Whether there's like a formal way to greet someone you don't know, or how you would address someone you're familiar with.
Most common people by their name. If knights are definitely called by whatever they call themselves, you call them that. It can vary from city to city, depending also on like which saint they are dedicated to. Some bishops worship differently and call themselves slightly different titles, but the position will mean the same. They will even call themselves many different titles. Some churches require 3 commanders of the faith. Some will only have 1. There is variance within the faith itself. You will learn, as I have learned in this world, that the church, though it is the church under one living Messiah, they worship them slightly differently, like little religious fiefdoms. Sometimes they fight with each other, but the saints do not fight. But they do. It's not uncommon to see 2 churches declare themselves apostates and fight over small dogma or land. But normally it comes down to money. Churches run the living saints do not seem to care what the church does as long as they receive their tithings. But the church cares. There is always a lot of fighting within the church. But where there's division, there is opportunity, and that is where I have been able to survive. That the cities do not communicate or care about each other outside of the oinks and the archbishop, the archdiocese. In some towns, the noble lords have more power than the church, but in most towns, the church has the most power.
May I ask, which of the churches dislike each other the most?
The ones that are the most opposed. Saint Celeste the healer would probably not get along very well with a Church of Saint Eloise the Avenger. The saints seem to live in opposition of each other at times.
And that's just accepted as normal.
Yes.
We want to make sure you know something. When we all first met, there was some distrust. I understand why you might wish to hold back. But these are my brothers and sisters. We've all come to accept that on some point. Because that's what family does. We'd like to make certain that you feel that. It's hard to do with secrets. Guthrie has a point. Do I wish for you to not be resistant to it? Yes, but I can't do any more than just tell you that tale. Sometime, hopefully you'll come to see it. Also, your father is who I'm named after. Please understand what our father meant with that.
Yes. Yes. Guthrie, roll insight.
23. I'm on fire tonight.
Seems to be a
You
little.
are.
Seems to be a little bit of sadness when he says that or thinks about that. He looks at you for a second, Guthrie. He looks at your character and he says, "He seems sad." He says, "Perhaps."
I'm just trying to crack a door. That's all I'm trying to do.
Makes sense. Most doors aren't cracked overnight.
No, neither were ours. Remember the first 15 games of the table.
Is there anything else that I can help with?
Are the commodities we can pick up in gold? Stone, gold field, gold river, gold finger.
Goldfield. We may be able
That we will
to.
need. Anything else?
We'll find out when we get to Goldfield. I passed by it on the way, but it is a village. It'll be easier to facilitate trade there because we do not have a merchant's license. When we get to Zymes to be able to sell things, we will need a merchant's license, and you have to buy one from the guild.
Are they terribly expensive?
I've never bought one, but I would assume so.
It'll be easier for us to trade in small towns and then use the money in larger cities.
It's fair.
You mentioned forgeries. Possibly forged.
You could, but the guild tends to check against their ledger.
Hmm.
So if you get audited, they'll check. You can forge the license, but you can't forge.
You can't forge the background.
Yeah, you
Right.
can't forge the copy that's kept at the bank. You'd have to break into the bank, and in which case, you have money.
Right, the problem's not solved, at least monetarily. For however long we stay alive for robbing a bank.
No.
Although we could blame it on the ogre magi.
The who?
Yeah.
The man who tried to kill us in the building.
The horrible smelling
Yeah.
man in the giant armor.
Yeah. It's an ogre mage.
No. Is that his?
Do you even understand that term?
No, he is like, oh, an ogre mage, like oh, a quadribolibus. He's like, okay. that's
Mia will
weird.
share the full name. I haven't pulled it back up. She'll say it was blah blah blah.
Oh, is that his title, or is it the title blah 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 the ogre mage?
That's part of his title.
I have never. He's definitely not facilitated with the church.
No, he's not from.
Perhaps he's one of the Fae. The Fae are a big problem here.
He
Yes, he is part of the
he's
Fae.
part of the
Yes,
part
he's
of the
right.
Fae.
Mm.
All right, where are the Fae typically located?
In the forest.
So we're traveling through Phalanx now.
No, you'll know when you're in them, but then you'll never be
Honestly,
able to leave.
Are there any rules or rules or laws that the Fae have for hunting in their land? If we're in there, are we?
I I don't know. The church and the fae do not get along. Fae ears are worth quite a bit of money.
Well, that would have been nice to know.
However, the punishments and atonements for murder are not great.
You don't have to murder them to take their ear.
It's not murder if they're a fae,
But
I'm guessing.
assault is also not great.
Think of it like taking out bandits.
Oh, fae
Killing a bandit isn't murder.
Those laws are against people,
Against humans.
against humans, non-spellcasting humans. We are also not considered. Unless the church says we are. If
See, were you talking?
You're
Were
muted.
you trying to talk?
I said, I hate it when you kill a bandit and he doesn't have any ears.
there are those that are allowed to be assaulted on the bulletin boards that we spoke about. Those would be, you are allowed some
It's a
forgivenesses.
free pass for murder.
Oh yeah. Probably if it says dead or alive. If it says alive and then you kill him, maybe it's assault. I don't know. You have to talk to.
Do we need a license to be able to take those on as well?
No. Anyone
Can bounty hunt?
Anyone can take the church's justice in their own hands. It is common in villages for entire large groups to get together and burn witches and then turn their bodies in. There are good people here, but poor people will do terrible things.
That's universal.
A few doctors.
Getting people to believe absurdities can help them commit atrocities.
Is there any?
As a side note,
Oh no! Sorry, I interrupted. You go ahead.
no, I was going to be silly for a second. Go ahead. Maybe silly later.
Yes, the laws here are strange, but
Yeah.
well, they are the laws. Actually, should I make a copy of that and just drop them in the folder?
If you could.
I mean, it's in the Everine lore.
Yeah. Oh,
All the
did
laws and everything, which I put a link to that in the notes.
To be fair,
okay.
bounty hunting and you would just look at the fae as if they were bandits on that form of the law. At that point, that's honestly fairly similar to our home.
Most laws are degraded by one step if they're not human. So if you're a citizen of Zymes, you're one of your animal folk, which I've never seen one of you before. If you're one of your animal folk, even if you're a citizen of Zymes, murdering you would be considered assault.
Yeah.
You half a person, half the punishment. And the nobles obey their own laws. They have their own set of punishments.
The nobles could just kill a commoner. Most likely it'd be at best assault.
The punishment for a noble for murder is long-term house arrest. Is it slap on the wrist?
The question is whether they count it as murder is a different story.
You left us the church? Well, I know where that's got me.
Anyway.
So, going into Goldfield tomorrow.
Yep, I think we should probably jump into that.
Okay. Goldfield it is.
Sell off our stuff, and then I want to go straight for the library.
Okay. If you guys are okay with it, let us go into Goldfield. Description. As you emerge from a seemingly endless sea of corn, not coin, endless sea of,
Wow, a seemingly endless field of coin. I want it.
a seemingly endless sea of corn that lines the Saints Road, you find yourself at the edge of Goldfield. The town is small and modest, nested within a vast fields that reach towards the horizon. The main road splits the town in two. with wooden buildings pressed close together. They look well kept, though their shutters remain closed, and the porches remain empty. There is no breeze, no birds, and no sounds of daily life. Only the distant rustle of corn stalks shifting through the air is unnaturally still. A lone scarecrow stands awkwardly in the village green, dressed like a child with mismatched clothing and a wide grin stitched into its face. The buttons where its eyes should have been seen the buttons where its eyes should be seen to glint unnervingly, as if it notices your arrival. Around the square, benches and poles from festival banners lie untouched, though no doctrinations remain. A small general store and several houses with drawn curtains hung the streets leading out of the center. Further down the road, you catch the sight of a boarded-up tavern. Its crooked sign sways gently, depicting a half-drowned crow on the tavern itself, on the sign. Near the outskirts, a chapel stands sealed, its doors nailed shut with weathered boards. At the far end of the road, rows of untouched cornfields press close to a farmhouse. The faintest scent of stale grain and dust clings to the air, carried on the stillness that lingers in this town. The town itself it does have what has, there's a village green, which is like the center of town, right? It's kind of like the big, if you go to like any town in Iowa, right? The middle of town is called the village green, right? There is a farm on the edge of town. There appears to be a well-kept mayor's house. Mayoral house. Words. Obviously cornfields everywhere. It's like you stepped into Iowa. There is a chapel. It does appear abandoned, though it is probably dedicated to a saint. There's a general store. There is a boarded up tavern, and then there is another tavern further down the way that has a barrel that appears to be rolling, and it's got a happy mouth on it that looks like it's laughing.
The sign is a barrel that's rolling, or it has a barrel.
It has a barrel that's like in mid-roll, right? A comical, like it's not animated. It looks like it's looking like it's
A
Okay.
laughing barrel? Barrel laugh?
It could be. Most people, you learn this. A lot of people can't read, so it's the signs kind of give away what the
Right. That's
places
pretty
do.
common.
There's a cobbler shop, and there is a schoolhouse at the very near the center of town as well. Where do you go? What do you do? It's named off
The
of
general store?
Well, honestly, I want to look over at Anatoly and be like, "You've been through here before. Is this how it always is?"
I never stopped in town. I passed here. I
You
didn't.
like look over and see anything.
It took you guys like 10 minutes of like going this direction to actually be able to get to town. There's like long stretches of cornfields.
I'd say we go to the general store first.
Probably was.
I don't know.
I didn't hear anybody here doing leather goods except for the cobbler. So the leather stuff would also go to the general goods as well as the meats, I would think.
Yeah.
I don't know if, since I'm proficient with a herbalism kit and some sort of flora fauna type stuff, would you have any indication of how long this corn has been in the field? If it's yellow, how certain is she that this should have been harvested and how long ago?
Good question. Let me pull up that location.
And I don't know if that's going to be a nature check or if you want just a proficiency check.
There actually is.
Oh, there is a check. Okay.
There's a check. Insight, perception, investigation is that's for when you actually start talking to people. Roll me a nature check.
She'll use her Vex ability to make that 12.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
this corn hasn't been harvested in a while. Like it's starting to tassel together very thickly,
Oh shit!
and it looks like this has gone. This should have been harvested like 4 months ago. Like it's
that's not good.
overgrown.
I want to look at like
Are you saying it's a good?
the boards and stuff that are on these closed up buildings as we pass them.
Sure.
See if I can kind of gauge how long those have been closed up.
Sure. Go ahead and what is your passive perception, Catherine?
16.
Okay, make me a perception check.
21.
21. Okay. Come here.
Secret tunnel.
You can read that.
Oh, that's
Okay.
okay.
That is weird.
What?
Anybody else
I
have any?
just watched Catherine go from the right side of the screen off the right side, Reaper on the left. It's like she's part of a game of asteroids. Catherine,
Oh, yes, the owl.
just for the side note, you said about 15 minutes ago the words "more mundane things."
Uh-huh.
In my brain, interpret it as Mormon Dane things. I have lived in Utah too long. You knew. If you saw me make a face, that's what it was about. Like, I literally had to be like, "Don't laugh, don't fucking laugh."
No, please laugh. Always.
And specifically the scarecrow mentioned.
You want to check that
I
out?
do.
Okay.
I assume we're in town.
You're in town.
Okay.
The village. Do you want to go into just walk into the village green and check out the scarecrow?
That's where Mio would go.
Cool. Can you roll me a perception check?
Do you notice me doing this?
I was gonna
Yeah,
say.
she pops off the. I mean, she's been riding up front with Anatoly.
Yeah.
So she pops off and she goes. You guys? We're inside still.
Just like any movie, you guys kind of roll into town. You pop. You all get out of your SUV and you just start walking out in the middle of this like town.
Yep. Nope. Tamir's
Yeah.
following.
Okay.
I'm keeping an eye. Actually, how far away from us is that scarecrow?
It's a village green. It's not far away. It's like the center of town. You basically stop near it.
Like 30, 40 feet?
50, 60, yeah.
Okay.
This is like the village square.
Is it on the way towards the...
A description of is an open space at the heart of town where festivals were once held. It now sits eerily empty except for a scarecrow just like a child, its eyes wide open.
And just to pause for a minute,
Mm-hmm.
like the whole kid thing, like I'm not. Okay, I just want to be sure because we're getting close.
Just
No, don't.
child size.
Yeah,
Just
but
because something's dressed like a kid. It's just
That's
it's a scar-
fine.
scarecrow.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I just want to clarify. Thank you.
No dead kids.
Thank you.
There are no dead kids in this plot.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All I wanted to know. Looking at the scarecrow. Thank
There you go.
Give me a minute. I mean...
Go ahead and roll me a percent.
I forgot what I said.
I don't remember what you said.
If you've ever played Skyrim, you understand.
15.
15 is exactly the DC you need. Let me see. You haven't met that. You want to get. Okay. An inscription on the fountain near it reads, "Gratitude to the harvest. It seems freshly polished despite no festivals being held." Additionally, there is a discarded A discarded doll with stitch marks across its mouth can be found at the base of the scarecrow.
Sorry. Gratitude of the harvest?
Gratitude to the harvest. Additionally, the scarecrow is stitched with a mouth that looks like it's smiling.
That is extremely upsetting.
If I'm walking towards the general store, how close do I get to that thing?
You can walk towards it if you want. I just be careful. If you go off in too many separate locations, you won't be able to interact with each other. So
Yeah. I'm still staying within normal range of people. I just
Right. I do
I-
want
Take the middle
to
position between everybody.
do what?
I'm just taking the middle position between everybody.
Okay.
I'm probably
Because I'm not going to any
staying
particular
close.
location. I'm like, oh, we're 40 feet that way, and they're 40 feet that way. I better
Note
take
that you have the
I
doll. You are headed to the general store, Scott.
I do want to message you. Does tongues give you can speak and understand
Mhm.
for how long? Like whole day?
for 2 hours.
Okay.
So I'd be casting it right as we are coming in.
Okay, so you are headed to the general store. Raise your hand if you're going to the general store. All right. All right.
I'm with Mio.
You're with Mia. Okay, so you guys are standing in the village green. And where is Sebastian?
In between.
In
So
between.
I'm halfway to the
Okay, sounds like okay. You guys walk up to a general store. As you guys walk up and open the doors and walk in, the shelves stand fully stocked, but there are no customers. There is a shopkeeper. It is a larger, rotund man. He is wearing a glove on his right hand. A large leather glove, like goes from like the elbow all the way down to the hand. In his right hand, his other one he isn't wearing one. Immediately as you walk in, he's like, "Oh, it's so glad. I'm so happy to see you. This is such a great day. Welcome to my store. I am Samuel the Butcher. Thank you for coming. You guys look so great and so happy. Welcome to Goldfield. How can I help you?"
You can do an insight.
I'm just gonna smile real big, put on my best game face.
He seems
Okay. Yeah.
overly.
See. Yeah. Go ahead and roll an insight check.
I want to mirror
Yeah.
because that seems like a
You-
front, like something's fucked up.
But mirroring meaning what? Like
smiling.
you're smiling too, or what?
Yes,
Yeah.
trying to put on that same.
Yeah. Matching his
I'm
energy.
so happy to be here. This is
15.
wonderful.
15. Ooh. Give me a sec. Perception check, blah, 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 blah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'll keep that in mind. He does. This is somebody faking happiness on an obscene level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
No,
don't say.
is there anything I can do for you, gentlemen and lady, on this happy, beautiful day in Goldfield?
Yes, I am. I am Penelope.
Hello,
Nice to
happy
meet you,
happy
Samuel.
Penelope.
Yes.
Yes.
Hello,
Yeah,
hello.
hello.
This is such a wonderful
This
day.
is such a good place.
We have many fine things that we would like to see you.
I would like to purchase them from you.
Okay.
For
Okay.
money that I have.
Okay. Excellent. I would like to give you these things in exchange for money. We have meat and
Meat,
leather?
arrows, and leather.
Yes, I can purchase the meat, and I would love to purchase. I could purchase the leather as well. I have much use for them. It would be good. We could. What do you think? All is well. Nothing is wrong. Everything is very happy on this nice day, and we could use the meat at the birthday party later.
Oh, a birthday party. I love birthday parties. Who's it for?
Your insight check goes off at this. Something is wrong. When he says birthday, there's a glint of dread in his eyes. as if he doesn't want to go.
I want to try something. I'm not sure you're going to let me do it this way.
Okay, all right. What are you trying to do?
Because I don't think I have detect thoughts anymore. No, but I do have message. And I want to essentially use that to like whisper into his mind. You want to trust these people. You want to tell them what's going on.
Absolute dread fills his eyes.
Just to sort of suggest.
I'm being happy. I'm being good. Here, take my money. He grabs a sack of money and he throws it at you. Oh, here, catch! Catch is a game children play. Here, no, it's great. And he pushes you out the door and he shuts
Leave
the door.
the meat and the leather.
I do.
Okay.
You just drop meat and leather as he pushes you out the door with a sack full of
Yep,
money.
these things are for you.
He
We'll take
shuts the door and he locks. Oh, look at the time!
1 second. As that's going on, give me just a second. There is something I'm gonna do.
Okay.
I'm trying to see if it actually works the way I think it does.
All right.
This is upsetting.
Looking
Looking in the sky. Okay.
Because after I pick up the doll, that's when I'm.
Yes. I think. Well, 1 second.
I need to know what you're doing.
Compulsion is what I'm looking at.
Okay.
I'm trying to get him to tell me things. Is what I want.
What does it say? What is compulsion?
That's what I'm trying to read real quick. Sorry.
Rules monkey. Look me up compulsion.
Yep.
That's why we have a rules monkey. They can look it up for you.
Got it.
Control F.
Got it. Creatures of your choice that you see within a range and that can hear you must make a whiz save. A target automatically succeeds on this save if it can't be charmed. On a failed save, a target is affected by the spell. Until the spell ends, you can use a bonus action on each of your turns to designate a direction that is horizontal to you. Each affected target must use as much of its movement as possible to move in that direction on its next turn.
So it's just going to force him to move around.
Yeah, it's just movement. Never mind.
Yeah,
Never mind. I'm sorry.
That's fine. Hey, if you always got a rule thing you need to look up, ask the rule monkey.
Are you thinking more of command?
Yeah. Command,
it'd be more
charm,
command,
dominate,
charm.
those things control the mind. This just makes people move. You know how they're like, everyone, do the limbo. This is what this does. It forces you to do the limbo, but it doesn't force you to like doing the limbo.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, then
Anything else you want to try?
You know what? The best, since we're already being pushed out, something seems to be wrong. What's just going on?
Nothing's wrong. Everything's great. This is the happiest place in the world. And he shuts the door, and you hear a and the open sign goes to close.
Yep. I want to kind of elbow better and be like, let's just play along. Something's fucky. Just smile and wave, boys. Yeah.
Yeah.
So while Tamir is standing there,
So you look up at the sky.
I'm looking around for. Yeah, I'll show the doll to Tamir, and look up at the sky, like very blatantly looking around.
Yeah, roll me a nature check.
Nature?
Yeah, nature. Why not?
Well, I was thinking.
Well, you're looking.
Perception, like I'm looking for anything, like any flying.
Oh yeah.
And kind of what the hell is going on?
Yeah.
I do.
I'll give you on the perception. No floating clouds in the distance. No floating castles.
So okay.
Roll me a nature. Are you proficient in it?
No.
Okay.
I did not roll well. That's going to be 6.
I gift you 1 luck. Anyway,
How many luck can you have?
5.
5?
unless you have a specific.
Unless you have something that allows you to have luck.
Wait, I have something. You're talking about the thing that converts luck into other stuff, right? Sorry.
Rules monkey is looking it up.
I do have my arcane sight on.
Mm-hmm.
Do I see anything going on around the area?
What does arcane sight do? Please read me what it does.
it is. Wow, words. It's basically detect magic, but
So it is the spell detect magic, or it does 3 specific things that are listed in its ability.
pulling that up.
And take a look under traits and
I
read
found
it.
what I'm thinking. Never mind.
New talents. That's one of the new talents, right?
Yep. Arcane detection is one of the things it does. Mana sensitivity and mystic vision.
Okay.
Arcane detection, as a bonus action, you can sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of you until the end of your next turn.
Okay.
Um,
Manage sensitivity just gives you advantage on to identify spells, and you can see the invisible. So, are you using your bonus action
yes.
to throw out your paladin-like sense
Yes.
to detect until the end of your next turn? You can know if a spell or a magic item is around you.
Yeah.
Please memorize that.
Yes.
Okay.
Tony?
Yeah.
I saw them come out of this shop
Mm-hmm.
90 seconds or so after they went in.
Mm-hmm.
They went
Holding
in
a
with
big
goods
bag
to
of
sell.
money, so maybe they robbed somebody?
Or-
I do want to
Well, I saw them
message.
go in with goods, didn't I?
Yeah.
I do
And they no
want
longer have the goods?
They no longer have the goods.
No. I'm
just assuming
I mean, I have the arrows on me still.
So what were you?
that I'm going to message the three that stayed outside and explain to them what just happened, and still exaggerately keeping up this fake
Mhm.
happy. We need to blend in. These people are obviously under duress. Smile and wave.
Skylar, because you use that ability, I will give you advantage on a perception check.
Okay. The 19's better than the 10.
Woo.
This is the general store as
24.
24. Okay, DC was 17. You feel magic from the glove, from the arm. Not sure if it's not an item, but you feel magic from like the glove area that's covering up from the elbow to the hand.
There's something.
There's something wrong, and it's transmutation magic.
Somebody's transforming people.
Roll me a. This is going to be a higher DC, but it's because of something else you did. Roll me a Arcana check.
Okay.
Just get a straight Arcana check.
With my, I need to look at Arcanist really quick because I can't remember if I get advantage on certain things for Arcana checks.
No.
Is
that a feat?
Double your PB for any ability check to make using the arcane skill.
Yeah, which should already be factored in for your skill check.
So, well, it's not for this sheet, but oh no, it is for the.
I assume it would be. So it'd be what? 4 times 2 is 8 plus your intelligence modifier.
Oh no, I already did do that.
Yep.
Okay. 23.
23. Something feels Anaki in here.
I believe
See,
he's already been through here. And I'm starting to have the feeling anyone that escaped through that portal is creating. Anyone who was in the curse when it happened may be causing the curse to spread.
So we're spreading.
I don't know if we are. Well, I don't know if most of us are.
I was walking towards them. Did I hear this? Am I hearing the conversation?
Oh, this is all through message, so I'd be relaying.
Well, I saw you guys come out, so I sort of walked towards. So,
you, Scully, you
Also,
know that
back
Anaki
on.
is something that just happened. It just so happened to really fuck up the house.
Yeah.
But that's something that happens also other places outside.
Either that, or there's another Anakian in this area. Which, the way he's acting,
Well, let's just continue to smile and act like we don't know that anything is up. Everything is fine. This is a happy, beautiful, joyous day, and I'm going to go to the pub and check that out. Okay?
Do you want to
Okay.
go? Are you going to the boarded up pub or the one that you hear laughter from?
The open one.
Open one. Okay.
She ain't going alone.
Raise your hand.
Obviously.
Raise your hand if you're going to the bar. Okay. got one.
Following
I got
me to the
two.
bar, little brother.
Please play by the rest of the party.
Oh, okay. Do you guys want to talk? Do you want to talk to Tamir first?
Well, yeah, because
Yeah.
essentially, while that's all
Yeah.
happening,
I was going to say,
yeah,
I'm keeping an eye out too, and I would love to have a perception roll, but
Ooh.
I totally get if I can't.
No. I would ask. Give me a second. There are certain checks.
because I have an additional question. Do hers first.
Tamir, what's your passive investigation?
My passive investigation is a 12.
The 12. Okay, roll me a investigation check.
Nope. 13 plus 6 would be 9, and I do have, I am trained, whatever that is,
Proficient?
Okay.
proficient.
Yeah.
See, Jay, on the monster health sheet, I have your passive investigation as a 14. This is probably not the best undertone.
No. It's good to know what the passive is. The
Passive investigation is a 14?
Yeah,
it's okay.
that's what I have down.
You got it with the active check. Passive just automatically gives it to you on the plot thing. That's fine. Justine, I just Facebook chatted you
Okay.
some information. What you got on your passive investigation check.
Okay, hang on.
Should probably start writing down how many skill challenges I've had people do. Sorry. That's worth XP, guys.
Is the... Oh, sorry, finish with Tamir.
I just messaged her stuff while she's just kind of looking around.
Okay, while she's doing that, is the stitching on the doll new? Specifically on the smile?
Yeah. Like the doll is
An older...
yeah, it's made of older material, but yeah, it looks like it's been patchworked together and made to be new.
Great. So Mio kind of like rubs her hand over it and it feels new, or thumb over the mouth. And
Mia, there's something really wrong.
yeah, I
No, like there's dust on the tools wrong.
well, the corn should have been harvested 4 months ago, and this doll, the stitching is new. She shows you like the mouth, like
Yeah.
this is. And again, looking at the scarecrow, there's. I mean, we saw this back at the house. People were turned. She'll talk.
The chairs at the pub pulled out like people just walked away and never came back.
So, I mean, we don't see anybody.
That's also part of the
Looking back,
except for the swing over there, swinging in the wind.
looking back at
There's
Anatoly.
not an emotion.
Looking back at Anatoly, he's still sitting on the carriage because otherwise you haven't said anything else. That
Yeah, he's just sitting on the carriage like. Doo.
I'll gesture like back to the carriage. This seems not normal. Are other towns in everyone like this? Or here like this?
He's just kind of looking around. Town looks a little disheveled. He was kind of saying, they seem to finish the business very quickly and they're heading now to the bar. Are you all drinking?
No,
Last time we went to a bar, it caught on fire.
I'm not too keen on going to the bar again. But this isn't normal for a town here, right? Like this is the corn is rotting on the vine
Is it?
or on the stalk.
I'm not a farmer, so. Oh, we're not buying corn here, right?
Insight that he doesn't feel like he's acting like he
Being
knows more.
Intentionally obtuse.
Yeah.
Roll me an insight check.
Yeah.
Good line of questioning.
25, I am proficient.
He seems truthful. Noting some facts, he wasn't pulled into the message spell, so he had no idea that
Yep.
conversation. He didn't go up there. He just saw them. You guys stopped in town.
Yep.
You walked over, you looked at like a scarecrow,
Mhm.
and then you guys went in and then kind of came back and looked a little freaked out. And you just kind of like, and the whole time he's just been sitting here on top of the carriage, like,
Right. And,
Yeah.
and I understand that.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
specifically, she asked if this is normal for a town to let food rot on the stock, and there's evidence that there's no one here except for at the pub. And he just said it looks disheveled. That is
yeah.
hinky to her.
You would read, he wouldn't know what rotting corn on a stalk would be,
Right.
because his background is I was an altar boy,
Right.
and then I was put in a wizard's tower. He's probably just seen cornfields. There's a person like New York City walking through a cornfield, they wouldn't know if it's harvestable.
Right. But even spending a year traveling around doing odd jobs, like he told us
Yeah.
at the campfire, I would expect he's seen these smaller towns. So that's where she's like, this doesn't feel right. And I realize I'm
Yeah.
trying to grasp at some straws
Yeah,
here.
yeah, yeah. He doesn't know.
He doesn't.
It's all right.
He's just up too. So at this point, you guys have been in town maybe 10 minutes, and he's like, "Oh, maybe it's a dead time. Maybe it's a dead time. Maybe everyone's working somewhere. The bar looks lively. I heard
Mhm.
people from over there."
Certainly not in the fields. She'll look at Tamir. Any other ideas?
I don't think.
I mean, other than everybody just vanished in a split second.
People ascend?
I don't. Say again.
Do you think people ascend?
Sended what?
Ascend.
Rapture?
Pass on to. What was that movie? There was a whole movie.
Happening?
No.
Nope, that wouldn't have.
It was a huge, big thing for.
Oh God, it's the one where people wear like white clothes.
No.
I don't know. I think I know what you're talking about. It's not the rapture, but it's basically ended up being the rapture at the end. Spoilers, but not really. Anyway, so you guys are heading towards the bar.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Keeping up this facade of everything is wonderful, nothing is wrong.
Yeah.
I have
Just
a.
mimicking what I saw.
My character's trying to mimic a smile.
What's the worst that could happen?
It looks like you when Mom told you to smile for pictures.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that animation.
Left Behind.
Left Behind.
Sorry.
Wait. Oh, that's.
She's asking, did people ascend? Like Left Behind. Not to. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. The tavern is seemingly lively. It is filled with people. There's a bunch of people in here. There's about 10 or 13 people. All of them are very happy. They are all laughing and cheering. The bartender is giving out Gertrude, a barmaid, is walking around. As she walks by, she's like, "Drinks? Hello, travelers. Drinks? Would you like free drinks? The drinks are free. It's happy hour here."
Sure.
Thank you. I'm
Sure.
glad you came into town.
I'm so glad to be here.
There's a table ready for you here, over here.
Lovely.
We love visitors in town. Everyone, there's new people in the town.
I do want to keep.
By the way, I'm using my bonus action to detect magic
Okay.
in the area.
And I want to keep trying to use the message cantrip the way that I did with Samwell. But all I really want to say is just keep smiling.
You just like, okay, you just
Just
reach
have
out.
this ominous voice in people's heads
Just keep
so
smiling.
that I can hear what their immediate thought is after.
Roll me a you get a who wants to do the perception and who wants to do the investigation check? Who's in the bar, by the way? Just you two?
Investigation.
Okay, I'll take perception.
Okay.
I'm just outside of it.
Okay.
I follow them up. Again, I'm keeping an eye on everybody. So
Okay.
if there are people who are not in the bar, I'm outside
Okay.
trying to keep an eye inside. And
How about this? Give me a insight check, Sebastian. That way you guys
I
just
would
cover the
love
whole
to give you an insight
So-
check. I live for insight checks.
12, but I'm guessing that'd be kind of a fail.
It would be a fail.
So I'm going to blow a sorcery point
Burn it. Note it's burnt.
to make that a 17.
17. Okay. That is a success on what?
Investigation.
Investigation. What'd you get?
23 on perception.
Okay. Okay. And what'd you get, Sebastian?
15.
15 is also good. I'm going to message you guys on Facebook some information.
I'm going to get the rest of them right back, and I'll look at it when I get back.
Okay.
I'm gonna wait till drink.
Did you leave my water cup upstairs, then?
Fuck, I did. You passed your perception check. I didn't bring it back.
Did you fill it with water though?
I did fill it with water and a
Okay.
little bit of ice.
I shall return.
Okay.
The peanut butter
Skylar,
Snickers are really.
Yeah, do you want one?
I've already had 3.
which one did you do? Perception or
Investigation.
Okay. Okay, Skylar. This one I'll also. There we go. This is just something you notice.
Because I'm actively looking around, so I figure investigation would be the good
This
one.
is
I'm
your
actually
clue.
trying to
You
look
can
into
do
things.
with this piece of information however you want. And you did perception, correct?
I did.
Catherine, I'm gonna Facebook you something.
Okay.
Yeah. Why am I typing Facebook and Facebook?
You just get a message that says Facebook.
There we go. And let me know what you guys think afterwards. I'm experimenting with a new plot writer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all of you have been messaged your separate information that you have. At the backdrop again is you're sitting at a table. People are drinking and smiling and laughing and talking to each other. Each of you receive your different pieces of information and do with it as you will, given that backdrop.
I want to do, based on what you sent me, trying to think of the best way to phrase this. Because I'm trying to decide whether I should say something like, keep your eyes on him, or watch out for him, or where is he right now? Just a subtle, something to bring this nebulous he to the forefront of their minds that I can get back as a message.
Okay. You're trying to use it like the tech loss, but not. You're trying
Kind
to
of, yeah.
poke him.
Basically, just, yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Roll
Just
me
prodding
a
them for that
deception
first
check. You're trying to trick somebody into saying something back.
Well, that's a nat 20 plus 8, so 28.
28.
I'm going to use stealth because I'm going to whisper something in your ear. Oh, yeah.
I will send you back something in Facebook
17.
as soon as I read the name.
He's going to whisper in your ear, all of these people are stuck on a loop. Saying the exact same thing and doing the exact same thing over and over and over again.
He's going to message you. They're being watched.
Okay. Leslie, you had something.
So, what was this? It was kind of a summer spring season when
Yeah.
we were out.
Yeah.
Okay, that is not harvest season.
Mm-hmm.
There are scarecrows. That is not summer season.
Mm-hmm. There are 2 suns here, so
Right,
yeah.
but there's still a change that happens,
Mm-hmm.
and everybody is smiling.
There's-
and they have met
given
a
that
member of the fall court specifically who smiles a lot, a bit fakely.
roll me I'll give you advantage on a nature check.
Mm.
Every picture I've Googled is just nightmare fuel.
He is
21.
He is a
He's
very.
upsetting.
20.
And I don't want to see, I'm going to say that right now. I don't want to see a picture of Smiler the Defiler. If you show it to me, Tony, I am out. I'm done. I'm not playing that game.
1 second. I'm going to look up.
What's under an email? Was it?
It feels like
Spam the chat.
And our resident Fae expert isn't here.
yes.
So Mio's trying to channel Demolis.
There's a lot of stuff where Demolis would have been good in this scenario.
Yeah.
No, he's not here.
But
He's asleep in there. He's just
He's just napping in the carriage.
he's
just,
napping.
So-
Right, his feet are up.
He's in his.
So-
Elves don't sleep very often, so when they do sleep, they're just out for days.
so
Just
he's
like
gonna-
want to rock over to the carriage and just like
He's gonna look up at Tamir, and she's gonna get kind of a little bit of a scared look on her face and say, "The fall court." And then
okay. But Leslie, look at the camera and say it again, please, because Justine just heard the fuck works. And I'm like, what you said.
the
Exactly
fall,
what you said, Justine.
the fall court,
The fall court. Thank you.
the fall court.
Thank you.
Welcome to my life, folks.
We looking. We should go.
Yes.
We should go.
Yes.
She's gonna get back up next to Anatole and just say, just keep the what are these things called?
Horses?
Horses.
Horses. Yes, we are ready to go.
So
Mhm.
in the bar, I am pinging the my magic detection with the arcane.
Nothing comes off as magic in the bar.
Okay.
But good to ask. Good to ask.
Looking over at Sebastian, because she's sitting up on the carriage now. Looking over at Sebastian, she'd be like, kind of subtly, get out of town.
And Sebastian puts a finger up, looks back through the doorway. He's just outside. I'm assuming it's like a saloon type of a thing with a swinging doors.
Yeah.
He's looking over that because he's 6 foot something. He can look into most rooms.
Oh yeah.
So he's just keeping an eye on the rest of the team. He's looking at Better and Penny, going, at some point they're going to get the fuck out of here. And he's trying to make meaningful eye contact with one of them, like, with the understanding that if she hits the fan, yeah, he's going into that room.
Okay.
Can I also use the to have your attention for a second?
Yep.
I'm trying to ask you for I didn't know how to ask you. Can I try Divine Sense?
Yeah.
I don't think it'll work because it's supernatural forces like celestial, fiend, or undead. I don't think any of those are here. Ray doesn't, but my character doesn't necessarily know.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead. So you use that. It's anyone within 60 feet. Give me a second here. Let me look up. I have a map of the town. I know it's in within the radius, right?
Right. For those of you not reading the notes, Justine just wrote, "It's my first day in my new human skin."
I love it. Your sense does go off. You get an unnerving sense at the closed up bar behind you. There's a bar that's open, and on the other side of the bar is a bar that's closed. The bar that has that drowned crow hanging, and you get a feeling. It's not desecration, but it's something unnatural from the bar. You feel it from the bar, but you roll me a perception check to see if you can pinpoint where you think the feeling might be coming from.
Perception, you said?
Yeah, DC is 25 for exact, but lesser amounts will give you slightly less usable.
Oh, so close. 23.
23. From the bar itself, you think below. Maybe the basement. It feels
From
like
Cross Street and down?
Yeah, it feels like your detection is going below the bar. Underneath the bar. But where the bar is. The closed up one.
Okay.
Do I get the sense?
Do I get
Never mind. Sorry. Go ahead.
do I have any feeling that it's moving or aware of us? Or is it just a wellspring of something wrong?
Just a ping of something bad.
Okay, got it. Thanks.
25 would have given you what it was, but
So I know that's on the tip of my tongue, but I just can't quite get enough.
outside that, the scene is still yours. Let me know if you want to interact with somebody in the scene or if you go to somewhere. Yeah, it's free open. You're all basically within earshot of each other.
Other than so whispering in your ear again, it's other than the effect. There's nothing else magical. Say that after
I
we've
am.
taken a circuit around the bar.
If they look at me from inside the bar, I'm motioning them to get out here. And I'm doing this, but if Penny looks, I'm doing this.
Okay, message. What?
There's an unspeakably greasy, evil sense from the closed bar across the street in the basement.
And you do get the ping of Fae. I'm sorry. You do get that as well.
Oh.
The ping of Fae.
It's definitely Faye.
My guess is someone named Anthony.
Anthony.
I'm doing a thing, and that's the name that I'm getting back from this.
He nods a little bit visually.
Huh?
So he doesn't wait. He nods a little bit like visually so he can. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay.
It looks like Mio's freaking out a little.
Yeah.
I saw Mio with her facial expressions earlier, right? Because I am between the group, but like switch back and forth.
Right.
But I saw the face you were making, Leslie. I don't know for sure.
I don't know if you would have because we were on the other side of the carriage at the Scarecrow. Maybe.
I mean, I'm gonna make a show of pretending to take a drink of this free drink I was handed and just pointing out, reinforcing mentally, especially to Sebastian, who has a tendency to wear his expressions on at all times, has no subtitles. We need to pretend to be very, very happy, over the top happy. We need to blend in just big smiles, because this is super funky, and we need to go check out that other bar, I think, because this is bad. This is very bad, and I feel bad, and I want to help.
Gotcha.
So she's going to sit down her drink, start walking out, and message over to Mio and Tamir and kind of share what they've all found out so far, what impressions we're getting, and try to get back what they've been doing.
Yeah, all you're getting in your head is, we need to go. We need to go right now. We need to. Everybody on the, let's go. Go, go, go. We need to go.
Penny's going to go, why?
Fall court.
Huh?
No one here. There's no one here.
There's lots of people here.
No, they're not real. We need to go.
Do I know whether message works on not real things?
It's hard to say. You had a conversation with a broom once, so it was a broom. It was something, I think, flowers. Or was that somebody else?
That was me. That was Ursula.
Yeah. Message seems to work on things that seem to be able to communicate back. Or at least you think communicate back. Sometimes illusions can be very powerful, too. They can make you think you communicate back, depending on how powerful the illusion. So normally it should only work on people. But magic is.
Do I get the sense that this is illusion based? Do I get the sense that this is from actual people?
Roll me an investigation check. I'll give you another investigation check. Like, am I real? Is this place real? Are these people real? Roll a 1, maybe you take a nihilism.
18.
18? These people look real. This doesn't
They look real, they feel real, they give all the
you
impressions.
bumped into a couple people.
Nothing else.
They're acting weird, but they seem physical and they seem real.
They seem real skewed out. Do I see anybody else wearing a glove? Like the butcher?
No. No, you don't. Not here.
I'm going to try to message the Scarecrow.
Okay.
Just to test the theory.
You send the message to Scarecrow. Nothing happens.
Okay. I'm going to go look at that closed up bar.
Take care of a problem, potentially earn more money from it.
Okay. Maybe looking at the closed up bar. You do get from that investigation check about 1 or 2 more people talk about they're happy to go to the birthday party.
Mhm.
So that gets mentioned.
Do I get a sense of when this birthday party is?
No one set a time. No one set a time.
There's no like, it's only a couple of hours. It's in a couple of days.
You're not able to overhear when. You'd have to actually probably ask somebody.
Okay. I mean, I kind of would like to try to talk to Gertrude. You said her name was bar lady.
Sure. Back to the
Just before I walk out.
Tavern. Yes. Gertrude's bar mate.
Yeah.
So you stop Gertrude. Says, oh, another free drink for the visitors. Oh, sorry, there's no rooms tonight though. You won't be able to stay here. Sorry, but that's a good thing. Sometimes we like sleeping outside of town in the forest, not in the cornfield.
When's the birthday party?
The birthday party? How did you hear about the birthday party?
It just general buzz.
The
Everyone's
happiest
very
event-
excited for this birthday party, and I love parties.
Oh, do you?
I love parties so much.
Hey,
You want me to go to this party, right?
absolutely.
Okay. It's gonna be a fun birthday party, right?
Yes, it's at the Bell Family Farm. Happiest place in town. The happiest.
The happiest. Okay. Who's the birthday person? I feel like I should give a gift.
I need to roll a check.
Oh, shit.
My face hurts from
For
putting
the
on
first time,
this.
Penny's starting to see Sebastian for the first time. Like, give her the stop. Yeah, that one is stop. It's up time.
Okay. She rolled a total of 6 on her check.
Did we suddenly roll into the movie Smile?
She starts
You're right.
She starts shaking a little bit, and she just starts crying. Smiling, but crying. She's like,
Can I give you a hug? Would you like to share this free drink you gave me with me? And she's just going to try to be very reassuring and
Also,
comforting. And
locks up. You're right. I've been bad. She walks out.
oh shit, I'm going to follow her.
Okay.
Yeah, me too.
Following.
She walks out the door. She takes a direct left, and she starts walking towards the cornfield. People stop laughing for a minute at the bar, and they say, "Oh, Gertrude, happy Gertrude! See you later." Starts walking out the door. Towards the cornfield.
I'm following.
Following. Okay.
Can I stop her?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm big. I will get in her way, and if she tries to walk through me, I will.
Okay.
Do something.
Gertrude's way?
So you stand in Gertrude's way, and she kind of just walks, and she just kind of bumps into you, and she just kind of comes back to herself, and she's just like, "Oh, where was I? What? I'm out of the bar.
You
Why?
wanted a breath of fresh air, Gertrude, and now you've had it.
Yes.
You should return to inside.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back inside."
They're missing you.
She turns around and walks back towards the bar. But for a moment, she was not home,
Uh-huh.
and she was walking directly.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, no, get her back in there.
So she goes back in the bar, and she starts serving
No.
drinks.
Going back to what she was doing. Okay.
Yeah.
Penny's out here.
Yeah. I followed Gertrude out.
We need to either stop this right now, or they're all going to die. And I know it's not our job, but it's got to be someone's job.
I'm all for it.
Great, follow me. Cross the street.
Okay.
So
And I
ears
will
are
look
worth
at
money.
Neo, and I will look at Tamir and be like, "Come on."
The ears are worth money.
At this point, kind of like Antoli's looking at you all. But
Just send the card, smile, and Anatoly. That's it. That's all you need to do.
smile.
Because I said so. Trust me. Please.
Did you message him and just give him a bit? We need him to trust that we want to bring him.
Yeah, okay, fine. Something's super fucky here. You need to smile real big. These people are being watched and are under duress, and if we don't play along, we're going to die. So put a fake smile on your face, or so help me gods, I will slap the shit out of you.
And as he's kind of smiling at you, he's thinking back like, "Why don't we just leave? Let's go."
No,
Yes.
that's not how we operate. You sit in the cart, you smile, and you wait till we get back. That's it.
He
And
grabs-
she's just going to keep
Just
walking.
kind of grabs whatever dagger he is, kind of slides it closer to him and smiling.
Yeah, that's good. That's very good. Smile.
Oh, this side.
Neo's watching this film.
Both sides. There you go. Good enough. All
He's
right.
just kind of sitting on the cart, and now he's just kind of more actually looking at things. Like, what? Maybe I did miss something.
Uh-huh.
You guys head towards. You said you looked over
Closed up
towards.
bar.
To the closed up bar.
Boarded up tavern, the Brown Crow. Okay. The front door looks like it is boarded up, and there is a board across a few of the windows. How do you get it?
This is where Muscle Man comes in. No, it's not me.
No, it's really not me either. But
We don't have a Muscle Man.
That's the B team.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Like the B team is like the
That's cool,
first
though.
Predator movie where like everyone's a muscle guy. This is like the second Predator movie where everyone's like a detective.
Actually,
Or
you know
something.
what? I'm gonna pull out my hammer for my carpenter's tools,
Okay.
and I'm going to pry the board off.
No skill check needed. They're just boards. You got the right tool. You pry the boards off the front door, and you can now go inside if you would like.
Shield up in front of me. I'm turning the other hand.
You
I'll go first.
You open up the door and rush inside, shield ready. As you do, you see what look like plates and mugs on chairs. Or sorry, plates and mugs on tables. Everything looks like it's set, except there's no people around. There are like spoons and forks out. Look like people were maybe like eating, and it's almost as if everyone just got up and left. There are mugs standing out. There's a couple mugs just kind of there's dishes in the sink behind the bar.
The mugs that are out, they literally have dried liquid at the bottom, like somebody got up from a meal and left this place.
Yeah, I'll give you this because I know your passive will meet it. Mug-stained tables with half-filled tankers still sitting on them. The chairs are moved slightly on. Oh shit! Roll me a.
Oh shit, is not what anyone wants to hear.
Since you're the first in, roll me a perception check. Oh, sorry, investigation check. Anyone going into the bar, roll me an investigation check. Depending on what you get, you roll is what you get.
I rolled like shit tonight.
Tony, do you remember if there's something invisible within 10 feet of me?
Yes, I kept that in mind.
You said investigation, or oh, they're both the same. Is it hearing or sight related? If it's perception,
It's sight-based.
so I get an advantage on that. So I'm going to re-roll that.
Did you say perception or investigation?
Sorry, it's investigation. Sorry, investigation.
Never mind, then it saves that number.